Welcome back to what might be the final episode of Penumbra Overture, which is the first game of the two. And the second game, that's where things really start to get crazy. Last Will and Testament of Joe Freeman. Just to summarize again, last time we ended up in yet another part of the mine and we found this frozen lake. And there's a backpack here with some kind of, well, last will apparently. Final thoughts. 10-10-0-0. I, Joe Freeman, would like to leave all my personal belongings to my sister, May, in the knowledge that she will distribute them wisely. We always used to say, better to die young than to never live at all. I guess we're going to get our wish. I know enough about survival to realize I won't be surviving much longer. Jono, my buddy, I just don't know. My left leg is broken in 3 places, and I suspect I may also have shattered my pelvic bone. 3 hours ago, after we'd set up camp, Jono set off to find some usable timber for the fire. When he got back, he was very excited. I couldn't work out what it was that had got him so agitated, but I went along with it all the same. Should have recognized the signs. Soon after, he got worse. He jumped me when I turned away, burying my face in the snow, trying to suffocate me. I still don't know what he found in the eyes to enrage him so. Lucky for me, the ground gave way and we both fell. Lucky, in quotes. I landed hard on ice and desperately clawed my way onto more solid ground. I was running on adrenaline, didn't notice the pain. I just knew that if I was going to die, I didn't want it to be in the frozen water beneath me. When you fall into a frozen lake, you don't just drown or freeze to death. Your whole body seizes up from the cold. Every instinct tells you to swim for the side, but your body won't let you. You gradually dip under the surface, your last breath expelled when you fell. But you don't drown there and then. Your body shuts everything down, survives on what strength you have left. You can last for an hour just floating there, slowly, dying. So now I'm lying here, my soaked Gore-Tex slowly freezing me in place. Me on one side of the lake, Jono trapped on the other. I'm worried about him. From what I can see from this side, his arm is dislocated, his shoulder blade fractured, and his wrist broken. I can't hear anything he yells, but he looks to be constantly muttering to himself, testing the ice with a crowbar from his pack. I don't know how he can stand the pain or where his strength is coming from, but at any rate, something strange happened to him. Fortunately for me, he can't cross the ice, it'll give way under his weight. The only way to cross would be to carefully spread your weight evenly across the surface, and he looks in too much of a rush for that. There's a lot of drugs in my system right now. I have another bottle of painkillers. There's enough to finish the job. I always said I'd rather die pushing the boundaries than drift away in my sleep. I guess I didn't mean that after all. I'd rather gently slip away than die cold or bleeding. Well, not entirely, just an old flare and some painkillers. Wouldn't say that's useful. It was a nice description there of what it's apparently supposed to be like when you fall into cold water. Slowly die. Can't say I would ever want to experience that. When I use these now, I feel as if I'm not the only one. It's getting crowded in there. Like I'm just one visitor of many. Strange thing is, they all seem familiar. It's whispering. Shut up. Any other time, that sight would be stunning. Right now, Just makes me shiver. A disused shed. Who knows how old it is, or who last used it. This is gonna be fun, I'm sure. It looks solid, but not much is it, as it seems down here. You won't catch me trekking across that. Whoa. Okay. Wooden things, a good indicator. I think if I run quickly. Oof. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because I read something about a crowbar, and I'm sure that's going to be useful. I think I can already see it. Okay, getting there. So, this was okay. Almost there. I don't have the strength to pull the crowbar out of his frozen hand. Oh, what now? No. No, really? Really? Okay. Let's go. No! We can go this way. Whew. Okay, that was a close call. Let's save that. That was the same text as earlier. Oh, I wonder if you could have actually used these to, like, break the ice. Instead of stepping on it and almost falling in. Just keep going, little doll. Good. So that was the lake. Not actually sure where we came from. Probably from here. What else is there? Incinerators. Yeah, chemical storage. Section B. Check out Section B first. Seems closer. I think I came from there. Wait. Okay, I have to take a left. Uh-oh. That was not a good idea. Okay. And I will check the incinerator. I'm not strong enough to use my hands. I need to use a tool to force it open. Well, guess what I have? But I kind of feel like I should have gone to the chemical storage first. Can I even go back? Yes, I can. I'll have a quick look at the chemical storage. Because this looks like a place where you continue. Please let there be no dogs. Uh-oh. That's not good. No! I am so glad that door was open. Now what? Move! Oh my god, oh my god. Did that stop it? I'm so dead. Came. Okay, so I really have to be fast. actually remember this. I'm glad I actually remember this. I think you have to destroy this in time.
Oh, my brain can barely imagine the feats of action man like heroics you must be performing to save old Red. I am waiting so close now for you to blow down the walls of my earthbound prison cell and release me from this mortal coil.
Chemist's notes. 1 magnesium, 2 calcium, 3 barium, 4 chloride, 5 phosphorus, 6 sodium. Do not forget, badly administered dopamine clouds frequently everything. What? Oh, BADCFE. That's gonna be some kind of code. I'm not sure what kind of code yet, but we'll see. What is that? A. It's me. I'm inside that box. And outside it. I can't get things straight in my head. Not that I actually ever used these flares, but whatever. What actually happens if you use one of them? Can you throw them? No idea. I have A, B, C, D, E, and F. I have all. This is probably the other chemical storage door. Yeah, the one I couldn't use earlier, and that is the dog that almost got me earlier. Let's just quickly go away and hurry to the incinerator. Was it here? Yes, it was.
Where are you, my shiny knight? Have you really made it this far? I wait, and yet the pot never boils. I remain trapped in my den of iniquity. Perhaps the gods have toyed with me once more. Sentenced me to yet more years in this place of eternal nightlight. But now, maybe my ill advice has ended you. Have you rung death's doorbell? Please don't leave poor Red all alone once more, like all the others.
This passage has long since fallen away, but Red, or someone, has bridged the gaps with wooden planks. like this ventilation shadow here. It has a certain Silent Hill vibe, actually. The other world in Silent Hill has lots of ventilation stuff and machinery. Ooh, ooh. Almost fell down. Oh, this room should serve me well as a potion mixer, with the explosives book being my guide. But another fuse. Perhaps I could use this burner to manufacture a makeshift chemical bomb if I had the right chemicals. Got a glass container. Some painkillers in case I blow my arms off. And a safe point. It's like there's a carbon copy of me inside the artifact, except that there's more than one, and they're not very good copies. Alright, let's have a look at the book that we found at the very beginning of the game. Almost the very beginning. The book of explosives. Because there was something on the last page about this weird mixture that I think we can actually make now. It's also known as the death mix because it's incredibly volatile, and we'll probably have to be careful with it, but gotta give it a try. The fact that it kind of sounds like if you just run around enough with it and move too quickly, you're gonna blow up. It kind of reminds me of the remake of Resident Evil 1, when at the end you have like nitroglycerin, I think, and it also, the game tells you if you move around too much, it will explode. Once I was told that, I could not resist running in circles until Jill blew the fuck up. That was fun. You can't tell me that and not expect me to try it. But I'm not gonna try to blow us up this time. I'm gonna have another look at the book. It was, what was it, barium? Should read instead of talk. Red phosphorus and barium. And sulfur can substitute for, some or all of the barium. Phosphorus and barium. So we have phosphorus and barium. 3 being barium, 5 being phosphor. But is that really going to be A, B, C, D, E, F? Speaking of F. Oh yeah, I found F as well. I was scared for a second that I forgot one. Maybe it's actually like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So so A would be 2. Then I would have D. And F. Well, here goes nothing. Oh. Okay. What did I say? D? Oh yeah, maybe I should also turn it on. Okay, right? Just didn't hit the right spot. Now D, and I'm mixing this one with F, and I'm going to die. No, I think that's it. So long as I'm careful when I move it, it should stay stable. Did I put the fuse there already? No. Okay. So... I accidentally pressed the right mouse button. What a genius I am. Now. Oh, great. Don't let go. And don't jump around too much. I was turning around the mouse to turn around the character, and I was actually trying to keep my my middle finger off the right mouse click button, and instead I accidentally totally hit it. So now we know it works. We're blowing things up. Okay. Still need a fuse, right? And hope this is far enough. There we go. This door, it's different. It's newer than all the others. This must be where Red has been leading me all this time. Locked.
Good evening. You actually came. There is much that should leave my throat box now, but words elude me. You came, you are so pretty, but I have been bad. The underworld already beckons me, so I suppose one further misdemeanor will change little. It is false pretension, and not guiding light with which I have led you here. I cannot give you the answers you want. You may wish to find what it is you seek, but that is a fiction. You cannot know what it is you sought through the vast leaden doorway, or else you would seek anything else in the world. No, the key stays with me, in here, so the life that has led me, horrible as it may be, is better still than the life that waits for you, hungry behind those doors. As replacements go, you shall be admirably abnormal. But you must wonder why this metal burning chamber is talking to you, and the voice you knew only as Red. For it is I, your companion, residing within. You see, I have waited for this day so many years. They won't let me die. The parts of my head are not my own, and I cannot take my life. It is against the rules. Please, the pain has gone on for so long. All I wanted was a friend, but now the time for chit-chats and marshmallows by the fire is ended, and I hope that soon so shall my life. I have knocked on the death's door for so long. Please, let him invite me in for tea.
Why would Red want me to kill him? Why like this? What can I do? Nothing but this. so sorry. Whatever happened to you down here? Over now. Ashes are all that remain of my only friend down here. Ashes and lots of more questions. Goodbye. Red, get out of my head. Get out. Red is dead. The war. Liberty of death. Let me die, please. It is hurting. You talk to? Oh, Red, I'm so sorry. You're at peace now. I can see Red now, sitting here, guiding me. I probably wouldn't be standing here now if it wasn't for him. Why did he have to leave me down here alone? My dearest friend, how are you? I am as well as can be expected. I have some sad news though. A few days ago, there was some kind of collapse and some of the ceiling of the cave fell in on me. What scares me is that I was in an off-limits part of the mine. They may not look for me here, but if they do and they find me, I'll be in so much trouble. But I don't think I'll have to worry about that because I'm not sure I'll be getting out of here. I don't mind so much. I've been working in the mine for about 3 weeks now and I'm really proud that I can send money home. But it's pretty tough work, and so far, you're the only person that's really been nice to me. Plus, I have some nice company down here. There's some friendly kind of creepy crawlies and some books I bought from home that I was taking to the rec room. If you think about it, I was really quite lucky I had all this stuff with me. Otherwise I'd be bored stiff. As it is, I have Shakespeare, Bronte, Nietzsche, perfect bedtime reading. Although I suppose I might be trapped here long enough that I have to read them twice. I always used to ask my mom how long people survive without food and things. I read how some people can survive underwater for over 5 minutes, and some people last in the desert for weeks, but she always said you had 3 minutes of air, 3 days of water, etc. I suppose I'll probably find out soon enough. I guess if I had to, I could find food around the place. Like I said, there's all sorts of creatures here, but they're better off as my friends than my lunch. I wonder whether I shall starve to death or go cave crazy first. Neither sounds too much fun, I guess, but if I had to choose, I'd say I want to go mad. Sounds like an adventure. Tom Redwood, proper mine worker, December 1970. He sounds pretty young. Huh. Oh. How long has he been here then? Jesus. 14? 30 years ago. He's been 30 years in here. He was 44. Talk to him. Leaving out how Red managed to catch and kill this thing, it's quite clearly inedible. Poor guy must have been close to starving to death. It smells like a sewer. How did Red sleep on this? Maybe he just didn't sleep. The chains on his arms are visible now, not there out of choice. Father looks on aghast. He clutches some notes, shaking hands. He knows what has come, what the man has released. The only one who could stop it. Howard knows the real fear. If I never see another one of these things, I don't know. Don't like them, but at the same time I know that I'm leaving a part of myself behind each time I go near them. I just leave it here? Reams of books. Where did Red scavenge all these from? There's everything from survival manuals to the collected works of Shakespeare and Kant's ethics. If this was how he spent his time, no wonder he spoke so strangely. He must have led a lifetime of misunderstanding. Jesus, from the stench, I think this may have been his toilet. How many hours did he spend with his neck in this noose, just trying to end it all? No wonder he was getting hungry. What a final meal, rations, slugs. Still knowing Red, perhaps he enjoyed them. It's an electrical panel. Funny place to have one. Unscrew this. Electrics. Maybe running out to the door. If I cut them. Be able to open the door. Goodbye. Pretty sure real life sucked. Oh. This again? I stepped into the mouth of the underground facility. There should have been questions, fears, doubts running through me. Instead, I was torn in two. Part of me I felt had died, along with my only ally, my friend. His final words had raised more questions than they'd answered, and I couldn't get his screams for help out of my head, despite knowing deep down that the pain I had caused Red was itself all the help I could have offered him. I was alone again, but I had nothing to do other than press on into the unknown. If I had felt so bad about Red, I should have listened to him and stayed where I was. I would trade his fate 100 times for my own. The other side of me was looking forward to what might await me in my continued journey. I felt sure that I would soon find some clue or other to my father's fate, and that he was inextricably linked to everything that was happening. I also couldn't help but suspect that everything I had seen up until that point was just symptomatic of whatever lay beyond the threshold. I know now I was right. Welcome to the shelter. Established 1973. Elevated caste 4. Chief staff 6. Lower caste 39. Temporary 8. Total population 57. Key members: Chief Overseer Wilbur Frisk, 1980 until present. Brent Stefferson, 1973 until 1980. Chief Chemist Neil Oswald, Troy Retanusk, rest in peace, 1901. Construction Unit Pierre Petit, 72 until 79. Chief Xeno Officer TBA Richard Archbrook, RIP 92. Excavation Unit TBA. Technology Unit Darren Gray, Rod Smith. Away Team Missing in Action. Head Chief Benito Carlo. Chief Translator Howard Lefresque, 73 until present. That's Philip's father's name. Last updated February 18th, 2000. Please have your identity documents ready. Hello? With that, the man who had first descended into the mine was no more, and so began my next chapter. To be continued. And that was Penumbra Overture, which is, as you can see, episode 1. And yeah, I will directly continue with Penumbra Black Plague, which is episode 2. And that was this, Art of Penumbra. Next time we will start Penumbra Black Plague, and then shit really hits the fan. See you then.